Hey folks, it's Sean Sampson with Sean Sampson Training, and I wanted to just put out a short video today because I want you guys to sell more. I want you to have fun in what you're doing, and if we're having fun, we're making money, and it's going to be better for everybody, right? So I wanted to put out just a short video today because I want you guys to sell more. And in order to do that, we need to remember that when we're meeting prospects, it's not always up to us to convince them to move in our direction. I know that sounds weird, but listen to me for a second. There has to be a particular question or a set of questions where when we ask those particular questions, those people are convincing themselves to move in our direction. Does that make sense? So I want you to, I want to give you today one of the number one questions that I think you should be asking across the board every time you meet a new prospect. Anytime that you schedule a new discovery call with somebody that you've never met before. And in this one question, me personally, I think this one question is the money question. It's a question that when you ask this question to a prospect, this prospect has no choice other than to answer you in the right way, if that makes sense, okay? So we can ask a ton of questions when we're on discovery calls, our first time meeting with somebody, right? We can ask 100 questions, or we can ask a set of questions, 2 or 3 questions that are the money questions that are gonna be a big deal for you guys, okay? So when we're making phone calls and we're scheduling appointments with people, we're getting on the phone. Mr. Customer, this is Sean Sampson. I'd like to meet you Tuesday at 3 o'clock. Introduce myself, my company, show you things that we do. Would Tuesday at 3 o'clock be okay? Yeah, Sean, come over and see me. Now, that phone call obviously matters because what we say on the phone matters so that we can get in to see people. So I get that. Completely get that, right? We have to be effective on the phone in order to see people. With millions of salespeople out there every day hitting the phones, knocking on doors and all this other stuff they're doing, there has to be, you have to be effective on the phone in order to get the appointment. I get that. But once we get the appointment and we're sitting down to see this particular prospect, there's a question, a money question that you have to ask in order for this guy to remember maybe why he decided to see you, and also to help him remember what's going on in his facility, in his life, within his job, what his responsibilities are, those types of things. Does that make sense? So here's the number one question that I want you guys to start asking when you are on new meetings and new discovery calls, people that you haven't met before, okay? Maybe they don't know you. Maybe they know a little bit about your business or whatever those circumstances are. But here's the number one question. When you are sitting down and you are meeting with somebody for the first time, I want you to ask them this. Mr. Customer, obviously you're breaking the ice, building rapport. Thanks for seeing me today. Appreciate that. With all the companies, with all the contractors, with all the people that do what we do are in this area, you have a lot of choices. Why did you decide to see me today? Ask that again. Let me just say that again. Mr. Customer, with all the options you have from a contractor perspective, whether you're electrical, mechanical, service-based business, construct, whatever it is, whatever you sell, doesn't even matter to me. Ask that question. I'm just kind of curious. Why did you decide to see me today? What that does, that sets up movement for the rest of your meeting and for the rest of the call. Because what that does, that should have this guy sit back in his chair, have this lady sit back in her chair and go, Sean, the reason I decided to see you today was because of X. We're having issues with X. Or I noticed that we're doing this and maybe we should be doing this. So with the answer that they're giving you is the exact direction that you should be heading in. Take that in that direction. Take that and run with it. That's one of the best opening questions that you can ask anybody. Hey, Mr. Customer, thanks for seeing me today, man. I know you have a lot of people that you can meet with, and I know that your time is really valuable, especially running this 100,000 square foot facility. I don't know how you do it. I'm just kind of curious, man. Why did you decide to meet with me today? I'm glad that you did, but why did you decide to meet with me today? And sit back and listen. That is the can of worms that you want to open in the best way possible. Does that make sense? Okay? If I can help you in any way, email me at connectnow@SeanSampsonTraining.com. Go to our email, SeanSampsonTraining.com. Also, don't forget about the couple of videos that we just pushed out, 10 ways to crush your sales. It's on our YouTube channel. Go to our YouTube channel, like our channel, and watch those videos, because, again, if you guys are out there selling, if you're professionals, and if you want to upskill yourselves, which you should be, upskilling yourself every day, right? Go to those videos, and I'm sure they're going to help you in big ways. But I hope that this helped you. Ask that question. Why did you decide to see me today, Mr. Customer? Okay?